Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and today I'm here with three interesting and very different cases for iPhone XS Max by Incipio. So we have the very thin and lightweight feather case. This is basically going to add no weight or thickness to your iPhone, but the amount of protection that it provides is rather minimal. And then for those of you that are fans of card cases, we're going to look at the Stashback 2.0. Got a card compartment on the back and a pleasant feel in the hand. And finally, we have the fabric-covered Carnaby case. This rather sophisticated-looking case will give you 6 feet of drop protection. Got three really interesting cases here. Let's take a closer look at them on my iPhone XS Max in gold. To start off with, let's look at the Stashback 2.0. So this case is made of a combination of TPU and polycarbonate. It has a soft touch finish in the hand. It will accommodate up to 3 cards in its back compartment on here, which slides open. This case is certainly not a slim case, but it does have a pleasant feel to it. Putting your phone in here is very easy. Just put the one side in and clip on your other corners. The fit on here is really kind of odd because we have a very small amount of lip for such a thick case, and that's because all of the thickness is on the back where you have the card compartment. So the fit you have on here, you got a reasonable fit, get a bit of give over your volume buttons and the side button, and I think that the area over the port openings is surprisingly loose, but the rest of it fit-wise is okay if you excuse the fact that you have so little lip. I have a tempered glass screen protector on my XS Max right now. This is the OtterBox Amplify, and as you can see, it pretty much almost uses up all of the lip. So this is kind of a strange fitting case in my opinion. Going down here to the bottom, you can see that our port openings are nicely positioned and nicely sized, assuming that you don't mind the fact that we have symmetrical port openings on a device that has an asymmetrical port design. You should be able to fit many third-party lightning cables here, although you may find you use that functionality less than you otherwise would because, of course, this case does support wireless charging. Going around to the sides here, got a pleasant feel in the hand. This case has a reasonable amount of grip to it. Going up here to our buttons, they are outstanding. Really nice press buttons on here, feel very good. They're relatively flush to the case, and you've got great functionality as far as your buttons are concerned. Going here to our mute switch opening, it's a bit on the small side, so if you have large fingers, this could be an issue, but for me, I don't have any problem with it. And then going over here to our side button, again, absolutely outstanding. Great button work there by Incipio. Looking at the back of the case, this material here is very nice underneath the fingertips. It's quite fingerprint resistant and seems to be reasonably scratch resistant as well. I think it should wear well over time. If you are the kind of person that worries about the amount of protection you have for your camera, you're not going to worry about it here. This is an extremely deep camera opening because, of course, the back of the case is so deep because you have a card compartment on the back, so you're going to get plenty of protection for your protruding camera. Don't worry about that. There is no issue with flash photography, however, so that is excellent. The card compartment is supposed to hold up to 3 cards. I've actually managed to get 4 cards in it, but I think it depends on the thickness of your individual cards. You can also put a little cash in here as well. This closes very securely, and I think everything works really quite well with that aspect of the case. This case does support wireless charging, however, you should definitely remove any cards from the case before wirelessly charging because it's not good for the cards. It'll still work with the cards in place, but can cause issues for them. The thing which I think is a little bit disappointing about this case is that for such a thick case you would be expecting really great drop protection, but Incipio does not list any specific drop height for this case. They say it's drop protective, but not how much, and I find that's a little bit odd. It also does not have any listing of having military drop test standard protection, so that is an odd thing. But other than that, this is a nice case. If you can get past the thickness, it definitely has a lot of functionality, and I think that it can be a great case if you are into card cases. So definitely something to consider for iPhone XS Max. The next case in our lineup is Incipio's Feather Case. This is made of Incipio's proprietary Plextonium polycarbonate, has quite a rigid feel in the hand, extremely lightweight, adds almost no thickness or weight to your phone. The amount of protection it provides is pretty minimal, however. Once on, I think it's fair to say that the feather fits like a glove. There is no sag or give anywhere. This fits very securely on the phone. We don't have much in the way of lip. You do have just a tiny bit, but I have a tempered glass screen protector on here. This is the OtterBox Amplify, and I think it pretty much takes up all of the lip. So I would definitely use this with a screen protector because you're not getting a whole lot in the way of protection there. You do have an open bottom to this case, so you have full access to all of your port openings. Of course, the amount of protection you have on this section is minimal. Going around to the sides, this case has a soft touch finish. It feels nice in the hand, gives you a nice amount of grip. Completely open section here for your volume buttons and for your mute switch, so obviously it's easy to access them. I do appreciate the fact that the top here is covered so that you do get at least some protection there. And then going over here to our side button, got a reasonably sized cutout for it here. So we don't have any kind of covered button protection with this case. We do have scratch protection where the case is covering, obviously, and it does come with 1 foot of drop protection, which is clearly better than nothing. I think that this case is going to be great for people who otherwise would go around with a naked iPhone. It's practically the same as a naked iPhone. I mean, look how thin and lovely it looks. For people who are used to using a protective case, this might be a little bit much to swallow. Personally, I'm a little bit frightened by it, but I do think that it looks beautiful on my iPhone. As far as the material that this is made of, it is scratch resistant, although it will tend to show greasy fingerprints. It is a soft touch finish and has a reasonable amount of grip on it actually. It feels very nice underneath the fingertips. We have just enough protection here for your protruding camera. If this is lying flat on a completely smooth surface, you are going to have protection, but if there's any bumpiness or anything on the surface, then maybe not, because this is just barely enough protection for the camera. And of course, this case does support wireless charging, so that is good. So overall, I think that this is a great case for some kinds of people. It's not really my kind of case, but it definitely might be a case for you, depending on what you are looking for in an iPhone case. Finally, the last case we're going to look at today is the Carnaby. This is part of Incipio's Esquire collection. It offers significantly more drop protection than the other cases we have looked at. This is going to give you 6 feet of drop protection. It has a hard surface fabric on the exterior. We have a polycarbonate frame with some TPU mixed in, and then the interior is lined with a soft fabric on the back. Overall, really quite an attractive case. Putting your phone in this case is quite straightforward. Simply just put in the one side and then clip on your other corners. Once on, we have a nice tight fit on the phone, little bit of give over your volume up and down buttons as well as the side button. There is some more give down here on the bottom over your lightning port area. This one is a little bit more concerning. This area doesn't feel like it's as well made as some of the areas of the case, but overall I think that this is a nice fitting case on the phone. We have a good amount of protective lip on here. You can see that even with my screen protector on here, we still have plenty of protection for the screen. Going down here to our port openings, these are nicely positioned and nicely sized. Again, they are symmetrical port openings for an asymmetrical port design, but other than that, no real issues. We do have plenty of space here for many third-party lightning cables, which is good. Of course, this case does support wireless charging, so you may find you're using that functionality less than you otherwise would. Going around to the sides here, we have a combination of a TPU and this fabric material. The TPU, it does not give you very much grip, but the fabric does give you a little bit more grip to hold on to. Overall, I would say that this is a low to medium grip case. Has a pleasant feel in the hand. Our buttons are nice on here. They are quite responsive, no issues there, and they are covered for protection. And then it is easy to access the mute switch. Going over here to our side button, quite responsive, no issues there. Really nicely designed case. Looking at the back of the case, I have to say I do think that this fabric looks quite attractive on the back. It gives you a nice texture underneath your fingertips. It's not going to show fingerprints or scratching easily. This material, though, might be hard to clean if it gets dirty, so I think you'd have to be a little bit more careful with that because it is a fabric. But other than that, no real issues. We have an attractive metal accent piece here with some Incipio branding. Everything really looks quite nice. Got got plenty of protection here for the protruding camera, and the case does support wireless charging, so quite a nice case for iPhone XS Max. Overall, we've got 3 very different cases from Incipio here, something to suit a wide variety of tastes. For those of you that are fans of the super thin and lightweight, the Incipio Feather may be perfect for you. Very thin and lightweight, lovely feel in the hand. If you like something a bit more protective, perhaps the Carnaby is going to be a great case. I think that this has quite a sophisticated appearance, pleasant feel underneath the fingertips, and you do have that 6 feet of drop protection. And finally, for all you card case fans out there, the hidden card compartment on the Stashback 2.0 can be a great choice. So lots of interesting options here from Incipio for iPhone XS Max. Again, we've been looking at the Feather, Stashback 2.0, and Carnaby cases by Incipio for iPhone XS Max. Many thanks to the kind folks at Incipio for providing me these samples to review. So the Feather is the least expensive of these cases. This one comes in at $24.99 and comes in the black color shown here, as well as a rose gold and a clear option. Then the Stashback 2.0 comes in 2 colors. You have the blue shown here as well as an asphalt black option. This one is $39.99. And then finally, the Carnaby case is $34.99 and comes in the gray color shown here as well as a blue option. I will put links below where you can find out more about all 3 of these cases. And if you have any questions about them, please feel free to put them in the comments below and I will do my very best to address them. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button because I have lots more great case and other accessory reviews yet to come. Again, this is Kristen with the Incipio Feather, Carnaby, and Stashback 2.0 cases for iPhone XS Max. Enjoy your iPhone and have a wonderful day.